This is possibly the best intro ever of a crypto stream. Good evening, guys. It's Andrea here. Today is Sunday 28th of November 2021, and we're looking at the weekly candle close of Bitcoin. And at the same time, I'm also working on the final scene for the live. So I'm working on this stream, and possibly this will become a regular appointment. So I plan to stream more regularly about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, and a little bit of education as well. This is mostly to keep track of my opinion, what I think at a certain point in time. It will be useful for me to review in the future to see what is my bias as a trader, but also to provide my opinion to you guys. Could be interesting to listen to me. It's just a guy liking the charts. It's not financial advice. I have to really be clear about that. So once we clear this, I'm also learning about streaming. So that's pretty much the first stream I do. So guys, please don't be too harsh on me. And I hope I can provide some valuable information to you, and trying to remove all the Moon Boys vibe that you see on the video about cryptocurrency in general on YouTube. So I'll try to keep it to the point and sticking to technical analysis. So that's how I see the market, and I encourage you to find your own method to trade and do your own research. And this again is not a financial advice. It's just a guy liking the charts, and see if we can see something valuable in the numbers we see in front of us, and see if we can have actually we can achieve some financial freedom all together by collaborating and by exchanging ideas. And even by making mistakes. I do plenty of mistakes. I'm not a successful trader yet. I do some successful trades, some others are not really successful. The important thing is to develop your own method and to stick to it as much as possible. So discipline is the most important thing, I believe, in not just in trading cryptocurrencies, but in general in trading. Is something that it's kind of a journey. And you have to really stay consistent and with your choices and with your bias, and try not to get caught into the emotion of the moment. And yeah, let's have a look at the chart. Oh, by the way, let me know if the music is too loud, is too soft. It's the first time I'm reviewing the audio levels. I did some trial before. It looks like a good levels, but if there is anyone listening to this stream, please let me know if the volumes are not okay. So back to the charts, really. So we have here Bitcoin. Let's have a look at the weekly first. So what's going on in the weekly? So after we had this peak in May, then was a very high level of back here at 30k. Then we had a bounce, and again we were very fearful around level of 40k, and then we had a pump up to 70, almost 70k, 69k actually, and now we're experiencing again some sort of fear in the market. So we see a 2 weeks sell-off, and the correction that we see, it's about 22%, 22 to 25%, depending on the exchange. But in general, the level to watch is 53k, $53,000, which is the previous high here. And so I think in general, what we can see here in the chart is that we are undeniably in an uptrend, and an uptrend that is defined usually by higher high and higher lows. So we have, after the low here, which is a higher low compared to the previous low here, then we had another higher low, and if we develop an inflection point here, then we will have once again another higher low. And we do have a higher high here, which is very important. So we're in a good position. I think the month of December will see a change into this, let's say, temporary trend of November, but really we've seen Bitcoin ranging in these two levels, between these two levels. So between 63k and 53k for about, let's see, but I think I can't count before it's 53 days. So yeah, here's 42, you see, but it's actually something like from here, like 53 days we range. So really sideways, everyone was expecting bullish November. We got a sideways November. And I think all the prediction that you hear about Plan B, I think we can throw it in the trash. No one really knows the future, not even Plan B. So that's the reason why we look at the chart and we try to find something that makes sense. So what I think is that in general, I'm not really sure. There's nothing really at this moment on the weekly implying that this correction is actually over. I really hope it is, but from the weekly chart there is nothing that implies that this correction is over yet. But usually the weekly is very lagging. Also the indicators on the weekly are a bit lagging, so I wouldn't look at the weekly to understand if we already passed the inflection point or not. So let's look at the 3 days, which is the other time frame I like to look at. And again, we are in a falling wedge, and you see that each candle represents 3 days, and the next 3 days expires Monday evening, Monday midnight. So we see all the sell-off here. We had a little bit of a bounce at this level here, around 53.2k. But again, there's negative momentum. RSI is also, let's say, in the middle of the range. There's slight bounce, but we cannot really say it's not really a significant level for the RSI to bounce, and we still are developing negative momentum. So on the 3 days also there is not any argument to say that this is stopping right now. On the daily, it's a bit different. So we do have negative momentum, which was building up and then slowing down, and then building up again, slowing down, and then building up, slowing down. So again, there's not really a big edge to say that let's say the worst is gone. So we're still inside the falling wedge. I would consider this as a positive sign whenever we break out of this wedge and we confirm the breakout. But until then, I think we are a bit doomed to fall a little bit more. Could be that this resolves in a couple of days, or possibly 2 or 3 days. You see the month and year, so it's really possible that we keep on falling for a couple more days, and then 1st of December we start reversing. End of the month is really significant. let's say moment. And also we passed the close of the future, which was the last Friday of the month. Usually that last Friday of the month is the Friday where there's the value of the futures. So usually there, I mean, historically in this year we saw plenty of dumps towards the end of the month. But now this is over, so possibly beginning of December could be, and I hope it will be a little bit more bullish. Let's have a look at the month, which we skipped because we're actually ending the month as well. I think in month we are in a very good position here because we are in an uptrend once again, and technically we have an indecision candle after a pump. So it's still in a good position on the monthly. So going back to the daily, we do have some sort of, we might have some sort of, was about to say hidden bullish divergence, but not really. I don't think we do have an argument for divergence on a daily. So I think there's not yet an edge to say that we're reaching higher levels for Bitcoin. Also on the cipher, which is the last indicator below, there's still no indication on the daily that we're gonna reverse the price. It possibly after, let's say, this moment where we are pumping a little bit, 56.6 right now. It could be that once we close the candle of today, we will have a signal, a green point there, but still it will not be enough to determine that we are at an inflection point. So really what we have to do is we have to wait and see what Bitcoin will do in the close future. So let's have a look at the total as well, including Bitcoin. So total 1. And that's just an idea. I think we're in a similar formation. Actually, delete this. I'm not sure we are in a falling wedge as well here, but definitely this is our supply line, and once total will break this supply line, then we can be bullish again. We are at a critical inflection point, which is the previous all-time high here of September 6th, which served as support already once, twice, 3 times. That's the 3rd time we're testing the support, and hopefully it will hold, but nobody really can say if this will hold or not. And if we're going down, we're going down to 2.2 trillions or possibly even lower if this level does not hold. So we have to be careful now if we want to take longs on the crypto space. And here indeed, more than Bitcoin, we do have hidden bullish divergence. Here we do have it. So we don't have it on Bitcoin, but we do have it here. And this is signified by, let's say, lower level of momentum and a similar level of price. Yeah. And we also have bullish divergence, hidden bullish divergence on the RSI. That means that we do have a stronger argument on the crypto space, but I'm not sure about Bitcoin. So it's possible that Bitcoin could spend some time sideways, even more than we hope for, and then possibly starts to paint an inflection point first, and then higher high, and then higher low, and then possibly going up again to higher levels. So we need that sort of confirmation before going up with price. So, and the same thing, we also need to break this supply line here if we want to go higher for the crypto total market cap. All right. Meanwhile, I think Bitcoin is pumping right now. Let's go back. I think we have 57K. So end of the day, we are actually pumping a little bit. It's end of the day pump. And the level to watch is really now 57.9, roughly 58K, I would say, which is inside this falling wedge here. Once again, until we do have confirmation for that, we cannot be bullish yet. Also, volume-wise, is not really high. Take a look at the volume we had on this huge red candle, minus 8.8% on Bitstamp, and this candle here, it's roughly 1/3 of the volume. So it could very well be something that it's not confirmed once the day changes. So as maybe we can touch here, or possibly even a little bit higher, depending how you draw this line, and until we get a confirmation. So to back test this and then move on, that would mean that we paint a low here and a higher low here, and then we move on. But before that, I wouldn't take any long here. All right, so I think I'll keep it nice and short for today. Possibly in the next streams, I will spend more time reviewing other coins as well. Let me know, guys, what do you think? I think I'm gonna make this the fear and greed index a little bit bigger. I don't think it's very visible on the stream, so I'll try to make it bigger for now and see if it's of any use. Let's see. There you go. So not sure it's something that will be really useful. It's not something that you should base on your judgment of going long or going short based on this indicator. Maybe one time we spent some time discussing how is actually built up this kind of indicator. It's very popular, but maybe not so many people spend time in reviewing how actually these values are built on. So it's interesting to know, I think, because it's not just a magic number that is generated on fear and greed. It's just a result of a mathematical expression, and so once you know all the calculation that goes into there, then you can know exactly why the fear and greed index is now I believe 27 right now, or very low. I cannot really read from my platform here, but I think it's quite low. It's on the lowest. It could be definitely lower before we move higher. Usually the market likes to have what it's called shake off, or like shake the weak hands, if you wish. I'm not sure what kind of style do you have in trading. Maybe that's something that we can also talk about in one of the next episodes. So I'll tell you more about what is my style of trading. I'm more like position trading. So I try to identify really nice trade setup. That's what I try to do, instead of having a swing trade and follow like shorter term swing in the price. So I found by experience that's far too difficult compared to identifying a trade setup. So if you're interested in that, just subscribe to the channel and support the stream and follow me. I'll try to stream roughly at the same time in the evening in Europe. If you're interested, just drop me a message in the chat box, and we can talk about different coins. So for the time being, try not to get wrecked. I'll see you next time.